everybody, and welcome back to Tuesdays with Leyla. I'm so glad that you could join me today on this Tuesday. And again, little disclaimer, if you are new to me, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm Leyla, and on Tuesdays I upload a positive and motivational video that is chronicling my weight loss journey. So without further ado, we'll get into this Tuesday. Now, last Tuesday I had said that I wanted to talk about mantras. So for those of you that don't know what a mantra is, it's kind of like a positive quote or saying, or possibly even an action that you do whenever you need some uplifting, some motivation, or just to start your day. I have several mantras that I use just to kind of start my day. So I'm going to kind of go through with you what I think are some really good positive mantras and things that you can do to say to yourself to get going. You know, and none of these I have, searched or anything. They're just little, some of them might be like pieces of quotes that I've heard from something, or just little things that I've kind of put together throughout the years, and just kind of, I don't know, a little bit of everything. So one of my favorite mantras that I always tell myself and I always remind myself of is fake it till you make it. And I am a firm believer of faking it until you make it. It's got me through nursing school. It's got me through a lot in life. So I use that one even if on like a horrible day where I just wake up and sometimes you just wake up and it's one of those days. You just feel it from the moment you step out of bed or the moment you open your eyes. It's just, it's like it's one of those days. And then the whole day kind of starts to snowball. One little thing happens after another. And I've said this before, and I'm a firm believer in quantum physics and quantum mechanics, and that we create the reality that we're in as we're in it. So when we start to speak out a lot of those negative things, like what next, we find out. It never fails. You will find out. You ask what's next, you'll get an answer. So rather than doing that, I always use my fake it till you make it. So if I wake up and I'm just in a, mood, and it's just feeling like one of those days, I just like, fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it. And so what I mean by fake it till you make it is I will pretend to be in a very good mood, and I will pretend to be happy. And before too long, after doing all that pretending, I am, so I am. But I will say this, not 100% of the time. There is probably about a 5% of the time that I never get in a better mood, but I continue to pretend that I am in a good mood. And it really does just help my day flow. Like, even if I'm in the worst of moods and it's the worst of situations, if I just pretend that I'm happy and I'm okay, then I always am by the end of the day. Even if I'm still in that funky mood, I've still had a much better and more productive day because I pretended that I was in a good mood. So that one is probably my favorite one, the fake it till you make it. You can be anything. Just pretend you are. So another one that I think that I use from time to time is I'm a princess, dang it. Now, this one might be a little bit crazy, and I don't know if it's necessarily a mantra or if it just puts you in a frame of mind or mindset. And I don't want you guys to get the wrong impression from this when I say I'm a princess, dang it, that I want things to be my way and go my way and I'm spoiled, because these are things I already know about myself. But what I mean by I'm a princess, dang it, is that sometimes, you wake up in those days and you just want to flood yourself with self-loathing. Like you put on a pair of jeans or something and they're a little tight. It might not be that you've gained any weight. It could be they just shrunk up a little in the dryer, or you're bloated in a funky way or something like that, or you don't lose a pound here, you don't lose a pound there, and you start getting on that spiral of that self-loathing and that self-negative talk. So when I start to kind of feel that coming up in the back of my head, I just say, I'm a princess, dang it. So that means I'm putting myself up on this pedestal and saying that I can do whatever I want, and it's okay to be however I want. And if these jeans don't fit me, it's those jeans' fault, not mine, because I'm a princess, dang it. So by putting yourself on that pedestal and and it goes right along with the fake it till you make it, that you put yourself on this pedestal and you're above and you're being good to you. And I think that's some of the best mantras. And for me, that is the driving force behind any little mantra that I choose to say about myself or continually do, is I want it to always be something very positive and something positive reflecting to me, because this is where it starts. And I've always been that wholehearted believer that if you're positive here, that just comes out. If you're negative here, that comes out too. So it makes the world and the space around you negative or positive. And I would prefer it to be a more positive space around me, because then I can enjoy it more. If everybody's negative around me, I can't take it. Like when people start talking negatively or stuff like that, I'll either change the subject or remove myself. Or I will go off into my little fantasy world where unicorns are dancing in rainbow rivers. I can do that too. Because I don't want to be a part of that, because I feel like that's contagious. Attitudes and emotions are contagious, and they are. And we know this because we've seen it happen. You get one bad person in a group, or, that's mad or angry, they can easily change the whole mood of the entire group like that. And so I choose not to put myself in those situations, and if I have to, then I try to find a way out of them, even if I have to go in my head to get out of it, because I don't want to feed into that negativity. I think that's not only detrimental to your mental health and maybe your spiritual health, but also your physical health as well. Stress has been proven to cause a multitude of health problems, high cholesterol, heart problems, all kinds of things. It sets you up for infection because your body has this response, and so your immune system isn't able to work the way it's supposed to. It is proven that stress and negative situations in general is bad to your health. So not only just, like I said, your mental and your spiritual health, but your physical health as well. And I try to stay pretty healthy, so I don't like being sick. I don't do sick very well. So again, got to kind of pull yourself away from all of that negativity and just try to stay more positive. So that's just a couple of mantras that I kind of do. Sometimes, I just, will self-talk myself up, like, you can do this, you've got this, you have got this, you can rock this, all those kinds of things. Sometimes I say them out loud. Sometimes I just say them in my head, because sometimes I need to hear it. Like, you got this, you got this, you were such a superstar, go, things like that. You need to feed yourself with those, especially if you don't hear it from outside. I do usually get a lot of praises for things that I do well, or when I'm very helpful and stuff like that. And that's all fine and dandy to me, but for me it's not necessary, because I give myself plenty of praise in here, and that's all I need, is to be happy with me. If other people are happy with me, yay for them, but really, as long as I'm happy with me, I'm a happy girl. So I think your positive affirmation for today is more of a little piece of advice, is just try and find a mantra that you can repeat to yourself over and over again that puts you in a positive state of mind. Whatever it be, you are more than welcome to use I'm a princess, dang it, because it's my favorite. And that's not only one I say to myself, but I tell other people as well. But, that would be your positive affirmation, or it's actually more of a piece of advice, is find a positive mantra or saying that you can repeat to yourself in times when you need it to put you in a more positive space and pull you out of a more negative space. And I think you'll start to notice such a difference. Even if it's something you have to put on sticky notes. I know a lot of people do that. They put them on sticky notes and they put them like on their bathroom mirror, or the mirror they're going to see when they first wake up, or maybe something right there when you wake up, like today is the day, today is going to be a great day. Those are all great things to see. If you need to see those visuals, and I encourage you to do that. My puppies are outside. They have to let you know they're here. So here is your quote, and I love this quote because it is right up my alley with my whole mindset and mind thought of how I believe things work. So your quote is, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And that's from Henry Ford. And I thought, oh, that is such a that is gonna, that little quote, I think I am gonna put on something so I can put it somewhere so I can memorize that. But yeah, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And I believe that wholeheartedly, that if you believe you can do it, then you can do it. But if you believe you can't do it, then you won't be able to do it. So I totally believe in that. Love that quote. So that's what I have for you today. I want everybody to have a wonderful and fabulous rest of your week, and I will see you next time.